Okay, this is sekelbos, which is an extremely hard wood, but once we have coals, they will stay warm for very long. So we just have to wait for the fire to die down now to give us a nice bed of coals. Good day everybody, and welcome to Stuff We Do, where we do all the knife stuff you love. Knife reviews, knife tests, knife modifications, and outdoor stuff with knives. Today we are going to do, well, some outdoor stuff. We're here in the backyard and we are going to make a biltong potjie. But we are going to use my new favorite EDC, Bestech Beluga. We'll do a full review on this at some other stage. Okay, you are looking at my Dutch oven, three-legged pot, whatever you want to call that. But this is a special one. This one is made from aluminum. This was cast in Mozambique, and over there people love them. Here in South Africa we use the extremely heavy cast iron ones, but I like this one, especially if you have to drive far. You don't want to load the bakkie, what do you call it, a ute or a pickup truck too much. So things like this, it's definitely good to save weight. It seasons like a normal cast iron pot. It does everything the way a cast iron pot does, except for it's way less heavy. It's not as heavy as a normal cast iron pot. Okay, we'll go through the ingredients and everything for our biltong pot in a few minutes. Hope you enjoy. Okay, sorry for the light. This is quite interesting. This is not like a normal potjie when we make potjie kos. This is something that you do, I don't know, on weekends or when you're in a hurry and it's hearty and nice. Okay, first thing, we're gonna brown onion in some oil. Okay, actually before that, you cook pasta. Any spaghetti, short pasta, anything you have, penne, shells, anything. Boil some pasta as much as you want. Like I said, this is an extremely weird thing, but it tastes delicious. You will see the end result. Okay, so after you have your cooked pasta, which you can also make in the pot, especially when the flames are still high before you have your coals, then put your pasta aside. Then in your pot you brown some onions, and you put in your biltong, and then you put in your mushrooms. Once the things look like they're going, pour in a lot of butter. My mother always said food should be cooked with lots of butter and lots of love. Then after that you add all of your other ingredients. The potatoes you wrap in tin foil and you throw them in the coals once we have the coals, and at the end you mix everything together and you add a lot of cream. Okay, sounds weird? Delicious. Okay, let's add all the onions with the rest of it. And yes, I washed my hands 25 times before doing this. And then once that is brown, we're also going to add some of these guys. That's onion, don't worry. Okay, that looks about sharp. And now we're just waiting for the fire to get to the correct temperature. You don't want to, well actually you want some of the biltong to be quite thick and some of it to be quite thin. This is, look at that. Look at that. Oh, nice fatty goodness. Okay, so some of them you want nice and thick and some of them you want nice and thin so that you have something to chew on while you eat. Otherwise it's going to be a very mushy affair. Okay, the fire is burning down quite nicely, but it is going to be a while still until it's ready. Okay, we have the onions in there already. Then we add a few of these stock cubes. And you have to use a homemade spoon to stir. It makes it taste better, and I made this spoon so I want to show you. And because this is not a traditional potjie, it doesn't have to cook for that long, because there's nothing really except for the few veggies that you put in there that needs to, I don't know, cook. We did the pasta already and we already did the potatoes, so now it's just the onions and tomatoes and things like that and the biltong that needs to go in. And of course you cannot actually see what I'm doing. I hope you saw my spoon at least. Okay, so onions in there and the oil in there, and now we're just waiting for it to simmer and get a little bit brown before we add the rest. Okay, onions nice and brown. Let's add the mushrooms. Okay, some butter or margarine or whatever you have. Mushrooms always taste better with lots of fatty goodness. And then salt to taste. I don't know, about a spoon, because the cream will eat most of your salt as soon as you start adding that in. Okay, I know you cannot smell it, but it's fantastic. Excuse me. Okay, so now that the mushrooms have been sauteed enough, we are going to add the star of the show. Okay. Our delicious biltong is going in now. And then after a minute or two, we are going to add tomatoes. And as in life, some sugar never hurt anybody. Okay, I covered it for a while now. So we're just going to add some water so nothing burns. If you saw that little piece of wire attached to the handle, that thing never gets hot. So if you do that, you can open and close this with your hands without ever burning them. Quick tip. Quick look inside. I hope you can see something. Okay, it's thickening up a bit now. So it's almost time for a starch. You could put in potatoes or pasta like I said. Well, we pretty much do it with both. Okay. Pasta. Potatoes. And then cream. Now we let that simmer for a while and magic will happen. Yummy. Yummy. Okay, this looks about done. Some people like to add cheese at this point. I'm not really into that. I like it more soggy. If you're eating it with something like a French loaf or any type of bread actually. But let's quickly move over to the table so I can show you the end result. Delicious. Okay, see you after lunch. Stay safe, happy, and have a good one. Oh wait, before we go, Please remember to subscribe, and I will see you later.